Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns and beautiful, oh look at that summer sky, Atlanta, Georgia. Today is July the 24th, 2025. Boy, that light's not doing good, is it? And on today's video, we're going to be looking at some mower blades. It's on the TrimStar that I've been testing out, and I want to share my thoughts with you. This happens to be Friday. We just finished 8 fairly large yards, and I'm going to pull the mower out of here and get it over there, get it set up on the jungle jack, and we'll talk about some mower blades. Alright, so I just cut. Ooh, look at that. I don't know if the camera picked that up. That looks like a horror show. This is not what it looks like after cutting Bermuda. I cut a bunch of crabgrass the last 2 yards. Horrible. Alright, so I use this one only to loosen the mower blades, because this thing is like 800 foot-pounds, and this thing would flat destroy a spindle if I didn't use a torque wrench, I guess. All right, I'm gonna get all these off and we'll talk about these. Let's get out of the sunshine here. Let's talk about a few things. Alright, so you guys, if you've been watching the channel or following it, you guys know that I've been using the X-Blade setup on both of the TrimStars, and it has been doing phenomenally well. So, just a quick bit of background. I typically only get maybe 100, 110 hours, all the way as low as maybe 85 or 90 hours out of a set of blades. Now, I have noticed that the blades last a little bit longer when they're in the X-Blade configuration, but not a whole lot. I don't think you should run the X-Blades just for that fact, because you do have twice the cost for the blades. So on this current TrimStar right here, I've been running my favorite, all-time favorite blade. This is the Ballard Ripper blade, and I'm going to show you a new one in a minute so you can compare. But the problem here, let me just show you the problem. Let me show you some of our dirt. This is our dirt, and there's a lot of quartz and granite in here. And that stuff is absolutely, positively, I would say it's the worst thing in the world for mower blades, even worse than sand. And the reason is because we cut really low. Bermuda, and some centipede yards, we could cut as low as 1.75. Right now, all of our yards are getting cut at 2.5 inches. That's the maximum of cutting, and that's bi-weekly. I prefer 2 inches, but a lot of people's yards are really, really rough and bumpy, and it tends to scalp a little more. Bermuda looks superb at 2 inches, but 2.5 is a good happy medium. I would never ever cut anybody's yard over, especially Bermuda, over 3 inches ever. I know you guys up north, you cut it like 3.5, 4, 4.5. Some fescue yards, the fescue will grow a lot faster than the Bermuda, but the Bermuda is so thick and dense, it can be hard to cut when it gets 6, 7 inches. So anyway, the blades that I wanted to show you are the ripper blades, and this is what happens. The ends, or the sail, the lifts, they start basically just disintegrating. This right here and this right here just eroding away. The cutting surface is not the problem. I could probably get 200 hours out of a set of blades if I just went off the cutting surface. These blades are cutting perfectly fine. However, the ripper blades are kind of like a medium lift blade, and this right here, this is the lawn crack blade. I gotta tell you something. These blades are awesome. This is a low lift blade. You can see there's not a whole lot of lift on that. And if you're cutting just, I found this out accidentally one time. I was always the one that was using high lift blades, and if you're cutting cool season grass, if you're cutting high, if you're cutting fescue and stuff like that, yeah, you want high lift blades. But for Bermuda, zoysia, centipede, nope. You want medium lift. Medium or low actually is better. Now in leaf season, I will put high lift blades on there because I want that suction power. But the problem is, and I've had videos where I've showed this before, the incredible suction of a high lift blade sucks out the little stringers, which are these little, it would look like this, these little pieces, there's like little white pieces, and they get all over the yard. The mower can't, they're so light and fluffy, the mower can't do anything with them, and it looks horrible. And then you end up having to blow the whole yard off to try to get rid of them. It's just the dormant and dead grass that's underneath there. Not thatch. It's completely, you don't really have thatch problems with Bermuda because it's so fine and dry. But these blades right here, these are the lawn crack blades. Ryan had, I don't know who he has manufactured these for him, but I had the last time I had a set of these, they were 2 inches, and they were too thin. So I would have trouble sharpening them in the All-American sharpener. And I talked to him about it, and it's, kind of, maybe other people did, but told him they need to be a, standard like 2.5 inch blade. So I'm telling you, these things are super thick. They are they're like a 32nd of an inch thicker than the Ballard blades. And the sail here, or the lift, is still good on this blade, and this blade has more than 100 hours on it. Now, why would you want to use the lawn crack blade instead of the Ballard? If you cut yards that have a lot of dandelions, I have found that those lawn crack blades will allow you to make a single pass cut. Dandelions are very hard to do that, at least down here. And a lot of times I was having to double cut, but I was like, wait, these blades are just decimating it. And they do. If I have these on and there's dandelions all in the yard, especially if they're really tall, they get everything. Like, there's no double cutting. So this combination is an excellent combination. This is more of a medium / low lift combination, and this works great for Bermuda. However, because these blades are getting worn, I'm going to put a new set of ripper blades. I'm going to show you how much thicker these are new than when they're worn and have about 100 hours on them. And what's just weird is that these blades right here cut perfectly fine. All right, so look how thick the ends are. You can see how much it's eroded here, and they're just, it's like it's an ice cube that's melting. So I will put a set of these on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to put double ripper blades on. This combination is awesome because that's what we're going to be looking at under there. 2 ripper blades. And the reason that I'm doing that is because we have a lot of the river birch trees that are just dumping leaves everywhere. And I need something that's got a little bit more lift on it. I probably will pay the price because it's going to pull some stringers out but of the grass, but that's okay. These do a great job. Now on the other trim star, I have the gold hybrid blades and the lawn crack blades, and there's a little bit more lift, and that mower tends to pull a little bit more stringers out of the grass than this mower does. But yeah, I love these Ballard ripper blades. And I know people say, oh, they're the same, you know, the Oregon Gator blades are the same. They're not the same. Not even close. I've used those too. But yeah, that's going to be the combination right now. This combination will last about 100 hours or so. And I can probably run these until the fall because it's the 24th now, so we have a couple months. And when I start doing leaf mulching, I'm going to probably go with the ripper blade and the gold hybrid blade. That'll give me a little bit more suction. So you could do 2 double gold hybrid blades and really have a vacuum machine, but the problem with that is as you increase the vacuum, you get more front blowout because the air's got to go somewhere. And if I've got the chute closed and I'm going over to try to mulch up the leaves and there's a lot of vacuum, you know, the air's got to go out and it'll go out the front. And because leaves are really light, it pushes them out. So anyway, I do highly recommend these right here. So iGo Pro lawn parts. I will put a link down in the description and you can order those. But these are very, very, very good blades. And I have nothing but good things to say about them. I have tons and tons and tons of blades, old blades in here. Like this is an old, see how it erodes? This is a Ballard gold hybrid blade. So yeah, but I don't know. I would say if you're gonna run the X blades, a minimum of a FS 600, you know, minimum of 18.5 horsepower. This setup does pull on the engine. I can definitely feel it. I am contemplating repowering this mower that I have right now. It's got almost 1,500 hours. Contemplating putting an FX, like a 701 on there. Something that's got like 25 horsepower. It'll drop right on there. It'll take I have to put a new muffler on there. And then just keep that engine as a spare for the other one because it bogs down. And plus, you know, I've got additional weight now with the plate, and this thing has been working phenomenal. It really has. This is very, very stable. So I'm very happy with it. All right, well, I wanted to, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about were the blades, and give them a try. You know, if you have a you know, a situation where you're going to try the X blades, I would try this combination. It's very good. Or, you know, I have run these blades as just, you know, single blades and not run the mulching blades. But these mulching blades save so much time not having to blow as much with the Bermuda when it's overgrown. It does save time, even though it's probably wearing my PTO clutch out a little bit because there's a lot more load on it, and it could be shortening the life of the spindles. Maybe I don't know, but it saves a lot of time, so it's probably more than paid for itself. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about that today. Let me know if you've used these lawn crack blades before. If any of you guys have. If you have not, I would suggest you give them a try, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.